St. Anthony. Good evening. Time we know have no nice time. That's why we're here this evening. I want to welcome the principal and our guest speaker for the evening. As usual, my handsome friends. But there are two or three who gather together and there's a lot of things going on, so we hear about that going on this evening. We want to thank you all for your audience support. And this evening is no different. Acclaimed journalist, publicist, promoter, actress, and film producer. Our MC this evening, ladies and gentlemen, is Miss Sharon Dawn. Let's hear it from the support.
Greetings. Thank you for that warm introduction and the Shaka Khan for all the ladies in the room, because we ladies are all and everything can be. So tonight, I just want to bring up all the sisters in the building. You're all looking splendiferous. Good evening, Miss Jen. Clap them up. Look at the ladies in here tonight. I'm serious. All of them, showstoppers. My voice moves, so please help me modulate tonight. Thank you. It is an honor to be the first female mistress of ceremonies for the St. Andrew, come on, clap it up, technical high school celebration. I really feel honored to be here this evening. I also feel even more blessed to know that so many women are in leading roles in this organization. The thing we must do first is to give all honor and glory to Almighty God. And so I'm going to ask Archie Roberts, or past president, to come up before I ask Ron Ingleton to come back. Is that okay with you? Because we have to put God first. We're here, all right, on October 7th, 2023, celebrating 20 years. It's a lot to be grateful, and we must give honor to God for that. So put your hands together, please, for our past president, Archie Roberts.
Good night. Can we please stand? As we thank the Almighty for giving us life, bringing us here for this occasion. Heavenly Father, we thank you for the opportunity to meet as one to celebrate the 20th anniversary of our beloved alma mater, St. Andrew High School, New York chapter. We thank you for the last 20 years, with all its trials and triumphs, as we bounced back from disappointments and kept on moving forward as we worked towards making a difference in the lives of all the students in Jamaica, particularly Sanshore Road. Thank you for the many individuals who have supported us over the years, many of whom did not attend St. Andrew Technical High School. We are grateful for those who gave us, and equally grateful for those who encouraged us along the way. Be in our midst as we celebrate this milestone. Bless the meal that we will partake of. At the end of our function, grant us our traveling mercies as we depart and make our way back to our respective homes. This and other mercies we ask in
national anthems, and I'm going to ask you to remain standing as we do the STATHS hymn. Mr. DJ, can you help us with the national anthems, please? welcome our president, the one, the only, with the beautiful voice, Mr. Horace Campbell. Please put your hands together for President Horace Campbell.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this momentous occasion. It is so good to see so many of you here joining us today as we celebrate 20 years of giving back to our alumni. I want to say a special welcome to our distinguished guests. You've all been welcome already, so I won't waste any more time. And welcome again, ladies and gentlemen. 20 years ago, a group of passionate individuals came together with a shared vision to support and uplift our high school. Little did we know that this humble beginning would blossom into a legacy of generosity and unwavering dedication. Our support over the years included financial aid through scholarships and sponsorships to several hundred students, improving the school infrastructure in different areas, providing teaching aids and classroom furniture, computers and computer accessories, a variety of tools and educational departments, and so much more, including implementing the supplemental breakfast and lunch program started by Dan Chambers and Beverly Hughes, respectively. Tonight, it is my honor to report on those and other contributions to our beloved high school this past year and other contributions of our members over 20 years of volunteering. However, I cannot do any kind of justice in the 10 minutes that I have to speak, saying all the things that needed to be said, so I'm going to refer you to our website, STATHS STATHS.org, where you will find all the details of all the things that we've done over this past 20 years. Tonight is my honor to report on those and other contributions to our beloved high school this past year. This year we held our annual 4 fundraising events, which are primary funding sources. Our annual fish fry, participating in the usual raffle, holding our annual family fun day in Eisenhower Park. And tonight we're celebrating our Gala. The cost for the fish fry and family fun day are borne solely by our members. The family fun day is a day when we give back to you who have supported us over the years, and we thank you for that. We did 2 other activities for the first time this year. In March, we held the first, what we call Gifting Day at the school, and in April we participated in a Thanksgiving church service at the St. John's United Methodist Church at Elmont. At the Thanksgiving service, we were welcomed by the pastor, Dr. David Ball, who was delighted that we wanted to take time out to give thanks to God, 1, and 2, that we were an organization giving back. So was so that he decided to donate to our cause, and invited us back next year to the service. For the other first, some of our members went to Jamaica in late March to celebrate what we call Gifting Day. The giving activities included the gifting of the long-awaited school bus, 2 instructional motor vehicle engines, the dedication of state-of-the-art resurfaced basketball and netball courts, the gifting of uniforms for some staff and members, and sports uniforms to students on the football, track, and netball team. The gifts that were presented that day cost us over $100,000. The cost of restructuring of the courts, which is approximately $40,000, and the gifting of the uniforms and one of the engines were borne by a few of our members, working either as a team or individually. This is one of the 20 stories for our 20th anniversary that you will find on our website in much more detail. To broadcast that gifting day to the public, We invited members of the media to capture and share the activities, which incidentally was also part of the school's Foundation Day celebrations. The declared attendance included a representative of the Ministry of Education and a member of Parliament from the area, the Honorable Desmond McKenzie. A videotape of the event was aired on a major television station network in Jamaica, and an article was published in the Jamaica newspaper. Although it was a regular school day, I was very happy to see that many of the students were able to attend to witness alums at their best. It was a teaching moment for them as to the power of giving back. Let me share with you now the service of some of our members. Since our inception, we have had 5 presidents, including yours truly. Tonight, I want to acknowledge Courtney Richards, who was the first to lead us association for 10 consecutive years. He, along with the other founding members, were instrumental in setting up the association as a non-for-profit 501c3 entity during our struggle of those early years and writing the rules that we have regularly relied on for the 20 years. He was followed by measures Ron Ingleton, Archer Roberts, and our first female leader, the immediate past president, Melanie Forrest. Each president had their own challenges. Well, Melanie's presidency that started in 2020 was the first year of the COVID-19 pandemic, when we were faced with many challenges, trying to figure out how to remain a valuable source of support for the school. At that time, all our normal fundraising events had to be canceled. However, we continued meeting monthly via Zoom and held our first virtual fundraising event where we kicked off the Gala bus drive. During that time, we also upgraded the school's Wi-Fi system at a cost of approximately $20,000, purchased and shipped 2 20 by 20 foot tents, and both those actions were done to facilitate social distance. One of our members, Dan Chambers, sourced 1,400 masks and provided them to the school for staff and students. The scholarship program that year grew from 10 to 42 students. And we provided the school principal with funds to purchase and distribute food packages to over 40 families of students unable to attend school because of the shutdown. Now, as we know, it takes continuous commitment by individuals to do what we do year after year. So at this time, I want to recognize and commend one of our members for outstanding long-term volunteer service. Many of you know him. Many of you who know him would say that this individual has been our biggest fundraiser and cheerleader over the years. This member is Anthony Mano Sama. He has been leading the way for many years, reaching out to our supporters and working to be the one bringing in most funds during our fundraising events. He has been our biggest public relations representative, consistently advertising the work of the association and getting us interviews on various radio stations. He re-established our Facebook page after we lost our access to it. And today, we're sharing this page with over 800 members.
All right.
He gets busy annually during our fish fry event, transporting food packages back and forth throughout the borough. As far as I know, he seems to be the only one that has been doing that. Year after year, he sells the most huge raffle tickets.
Yes.
He's also very entrenched in the school's football program, seeking at times to raise funds to supplement the costs of their program. He has never floundered in his commitment to individually helping needy students that he encounters when visiting school. I remember clearly one day, my wife and I, Jennifer, who's also a STATHS graduate, were at the school, visiting the school. A man came to us and introduced us to this kid and said, this kid is in need of a real battle. So after we spoke with the kid, what he was telling us was, I need help, but my grandmother was bedridden. She needs much more help than I do. So we decided to put the packages together to visit him. I went to my sister, who is a nun in Jamaica, and said, we're going into this neighborhood to bring packages to these people. And she said to me, whoa, I have to go with you. So I said, okay. She went with us, we went in there, and what we saw, I never knew that human beings could live in that kind of condition. It was poverty that I never experienced or seen in my life. It was such that I saw tears rolling on my wife's face when she experienced what was happening. And I'm not going to go into a lot of details about it. But what I want to say is that young man went on to college. We decided to help him. And my sister went back and took packages to his grandmother afterwards. We decided to help him. He has STATS, went to teacher's college, and recently graduated. And we have been helping him throughout that time. He was the student president in his final year at that college. And he's now out there giving back.
Wonderful.
I'm telling you this story because if it wasn't for Anna, we would not have been able to help that kid. For Anna, it's always been about helping the needy students at Gala. Nothing or no one else can interfere with his desire to support the school. His constant message when called upon is, I'll be there, meaning you can always depend on me to execute my commitments. Mr. Simon, after 20 years of volunteering, on behalf of our other members and our friends of STATS, I want to publicly thank you for your service to this association. We are truly grateful for your valuable contributions and commend your spirit of volunteering. I want to ask one of our former founding member, Mr. Vernon Clark, to make a presentation to mine at this time.
On behalf of the Superintendent of the High School Alumni Association Northeast Chapter, I present you this service award. Recognition for your constant commitment and dedication on this day, October 7, 2023. I just have to say, I don't think there's anyone more deserving than you.
Thank you for presenting me this award, which I answer wholeheartedly. And I just want to say, anyone who really know me, know that whenever I choose to do something, I do it with a passion for the love and not for the likes. And that's that. So you really know me from being a child. That's the way I was brought up. And I maintain that discipline that I've been given as a young child. So there are people who are quick to say that, you have ego, but if it's so in the case as an ego, I can live with. This Alumni Association today is far different from where St. Anthony was. So, even though Isaac Henry is a principal that is well known throughout Jamaica, we want to assist Dr. Warren Hill, the current principal of the school, so that he can excel in whatever goals he set out to do for our school. Thank you.
I also want to recognize those founding members who have dedicated 20 years of their lives giving back to their alma mater. That would be Ronnie Milton, Leo Day, Leroy Brown, Vernon Todd, who's here, and none of these people are still around after 20 years. They have been with us through all our ups and downs, doing our blueness and staying steadfast through the storms. They never wavered in their commitment to their alma mater. To our other members and friends who have contributed so much to our fundraising endeavor over the years, who always are just too much for me to mention. Thank you for your unwavering contributions. Together, we have proven that when a community comes together, there are no limits to what we can do. For 20 years, our contributions have touched the lives of countless students, provided them with opportunities, helped to create an environment where they can strive, grow, and reach their full potential. We are committed to giving back because our high school has been a beacon of knowledge for us, a place where we learn not just academics, but also the values of integrity, perseverance, and community. Ours is a place that has shaped us as individuals we are today. Many thanks to our principals, teachers, and other educators who have nurtured our minds and have instilled those values in us. We also have received. We who have received have the responsibility to give back our alma mater to ensure that it continues to provide the same quality of education and nurturing environment to the future generations. As we look towards the future and continue to build upon the foundation we have laid, let us dream bigger, aim higher, and strive to make an even greater impact. Our journey does not end here after 20 years. It is merely a stepping stone towards a brighter future for our high school and the generations to come. In closing, there are much to be thankful for. So as we celebrate 20 years of a movement committed to making a real difference in the lives of the students at our home in Jamaica. I don't have my glass. Those of you who have your glass, let us raise our glasses for at least another 20 years. May this celebration be a reminder of the incredible power we hold when we unite for a common cause, as we continue to inspire and make a difference in the lives of those we touch. Thank you again for your support. Enjoy the evening, and here's to another 20 years of transforming lives and shaping a better future. Honor, diligence, serve. Thank you.
I'm just going to read to you the email we received from Robert Hill, our chairperson. It says, due to recent exigencies in my work portfolio, basically meaning due to some unforeseen circumstances in his work portfolio, he regrets to advise that he will not be able to attend this weekend's stellar event, and that he wishes for us a wonderful evening, and he hopes to join us for the next event and that is signed Chief Executive Officer Robert H. P. Hill, JP, Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation. You notice I said it like I said in Jamaica, St. Andrew. Kingston and St. Andrew. Is that that's it, right? St. Andrew? No, not how is it? St. Andrew? St. Andrew. Okay, I got it. But that's the message from me. Thank you for helping me. But right now, the person I'm going to introduce is simple. He is the principal of STATHS, Dr. Burrell Hibbert. You can read his bio if you want, but I want you to put your hands together and bring him up. Make him feel welcome. Because we're here in New York. Put your hands together for Principal Dr. Burrell Hibbert.
Honor, diligence, service. Voila. Now, when I'm at school and I'm greeting my students in the auditorium, two things have to happen. In the first instance, auditorium have to be dead and quiet. And in the second and most important instance, whenever the principal greets his students, he always say, honor, diligence, service, and my students respond by saying, honor, diligence, service. So we'll call Cree on my introduction. That's how I want to Cree. Forget that one. So we'll start again now. Honor, diligence, service. Ladies and gentlemen, I acknowledge the presence of our president, Mr. Horace Campbell, and his wife, Mrs. Campbell. I also acknowledge in our 20th year our former presidents, Archibald Roberts, Ron Eaton, Melanie Forrest George. I acknowledge members of the executive team, and I of course acknowledge the guest speaker for tonight, Dr. Nixon. Say mistress of ceremony now? Don't say master. Mistress. Alright. Mistress of ceremony. Friends of STATHS, benefactors. I also want to say a very special welcome. Last time I saw this person in the United States was about 20 years ago. And we reconnected just for this event. And I really want to welcome to our gathering my aunt, my mother's last sister, Aunt Joyce. Big up yourself. Stand up, Joyce. Some persons. And I would want to congratulate you on your 20th anniversary. Minto, you want to, yes sir, tell him to keep himself quiet for the rest of the day. Alright, I am happy today to be part of this story. Certainly you could have had other school leaders here today, and I am really and truly blessed that in your 20th year, it is I, Warren Winston Hibbert, son of Ina Gata Williams and Deborah Hibbert, last of 5 sons from my mother, and the only one to finish high school to be your most humble principal standing here this evening. Indeed, I am honored to be the president did say to me that usually in the past you will see keynote speaker, principal. Today's program you will see message, principal. And your president did warn me that my message must not be longer than the keynote speaker who is coming after. So I will endeavor to stick to that warning. Of course, it's also a message for the keynote speaker. He gets a warning too, that he really shouldn't go too much longer baby hug. Boy, we're size 14, live on Gala Road. Being strong early, boy, I tell you, so go and throw a shot out or discuss. The baby probably weighed about 200 pounds. Massive boy, you know. So I call him baby hug. So to my wonderful surprise, baby hug graduated from school last year. At the top of his class in electrical engineering. So much so that I said to the teacher, make sure that boy comes back to school in 6th form. Because we can't have such a bright boy leaving school who have so much electrical knowledge and he don't come back to 6th form. And we did everything possible. And I was so happy when baby hug agreed 2 weeks ago. I said, sir, I'm there, and sir, I said, yeah, man. So he's back at school. And he's in 6th form now, doing, of course, advanced electrical and computer physics. Now, the story of what we talk about, the reality of education in Jamaica. Man hinted at it earlier. The stats you knew in the 60s and 70s and 80s is not the stats that exist now. To put it simply, stats prepare you for your community. And stats prepare you so that you could go and influence and change your community. What we are facing in Jamaica now is that the community influence is so deep rooted in these kids that it is the community that is now coming to where? To the school. So all the arms and crosses and bad things that are happening in the communities are coming right into our schools. So it's almost a reverse psychology that is beating us hard in Jamaica. So when you hear these stories of man step on man shoes, schoolboy step on schoolboy shoes, and 6 of them behind man beating for that, schoolgirl and schoolgirl have argument and when school finished, 10 of them behind one and that. I mean, it's ridiculous. But that is the reality. Coupled with that, we have our teachers who are staying in the system for a while, and as soon as North America or England comes knocking, they're gone. We had to find in this country 3,600 teachers. About more than half of those were immediate resignation. I got a resignation since I've been here. Wow. And the person not staying in Jamaica, they're coming here to work. The reality is that our schools have evolved, and it is now it's a lot more creativity that have to happen in schools. I met a girl last week, and every single scar on that young girl's body, 15 years old, living in Jonestown, every single scar on her body comes from her mom. Every single one of them. And when the guy that's supposed to have brought her to me, and I said, we're going to the police. She said, sir, we're going already, you know, the police tell me, said, I'm a mother have to come to me. So she's being failed by the system that is supposed to protect her. So the following days, 2 cops came to the school to patrol. And I found her and I walked her right to the police and I said, tell the police exactly what they told me. And as soon as she told them their story, they put her in the police car and find her. And when they picked up the mom, took the mom to the police station, the girl started narrating. I said, oh, joke that like and when I saw her last Thursday, I said, what did that? She said, sir, who will feed me? Me, I don't can't sleep in the house, sir. Man, I come in for me. The idea that our children are growing in these tough situations, it makes teaching harder. It makes growing harder. Ministry of Education officials came to the school a couple of weeks ago and I said to them, they were walking the school compound. And I said to them, let me show you now. STATHS is probably, I keep saying it since I've been here. We're probably the only agriculture school in Kingston and St. Andrew. We just don't teach agriculture, we practice agriculture, yes? grade 9 students in the farm. Some had a proper gear and changed out of the regular uniform. Some of the girls are still in the uniform, and some of the boys still in the khaki and take off their shoes because now they took them to class. But this is the thing now. They are digging holes, planting, while one is on the ground, somebody has an umbrella over there. So, on the farm, you see more umbrella than you see people. So they're not experienced farming as it should. Somebody have to be over there. And when they finish plant, that student with the umbrella goes further than one. And then crouch and then we had a wait of a time after that. Because I realized, well, this is the reality I live in. Yes? But I tell you what, there are a lot of issues that is affecting what we do. And sometimes we get caught in the nostalgic idea of my school from the 60s and my school from the 70s. Let me tell you something. You take Zach would have been in the beginning and starts now. Zach would have been a long time. You think any principal here, any principal have been picking up? Yeah, you can't tell them. First thing I get slashed in the car tire. And next thing I drive to start raining and the HX and heal and rain. It is a reality that educators have to face. It is a reality born out of the challenges, the socio-economic challenges that exist in our communities. And don't fool yourself. 1960, 1970, and 1980 poverty is a different set of poverty than what exists now. People were poor then, and probably could have the poor people food was rice and callaloo when I was growing up. All tin mackerel was a poor people take. Now them things are not poor people take. If you have money to buy tin woman, I would have called it a flash out. I flash mackerel out of the flash out. Idea. When we're talking about doing breakfast program for students, I was said why today we have tin mackerel. Breakfast to this. So, a lot of what we try to do is really about educating our students, preparing them for the reality that exists, but it's a constant tug of war between what happens in their communities and what school affects school. So I got a letter from a student just since I came here, and the letter in part says, "Thank you very much for all the work that you have done, all the financial resources that you have offered me, all the technical support and advice that I would have got." This letter is from our newly minted head boy, and that letter was addressed to the president of the Northeast chapter. He wrote me saying, "Thank you, Northeast, for helping me for the last 5 years, 3 years scholarship program for where he is right now." He's in high school now. And it is a letter to be delivered to you, short, sir. But he certainly didn't want to say before the principal took a look at it. And I said, "Well, these are your words. You don't need to change anything. Say it." The reality of our school is that we're a growing school. Every time I get with you guys, I keep saying, STATHS is better than most schools in Germany. Hands down, I can tell you that. Our academic performance speaks for itself. The Ministry of Education already said it to us time and time again. STATHS is now a school of choice. When 200 students are placed at my school every year, I have 120 applications seeking 30 spaces at my school. And when some past students, especially that the one that honored not too long ago, called me late, sir, well, I principal never did want to take money, we can't call it. we have to focus and talk about building our school so our school can be better. We're pushing into the new age of learning, the new age of teaching, the new age of learning. It's not just technology, but really how you use the technology. Yes? Our staff members have always been qualified. We had to fill about 17 vacancies at STATHS within the last 2 to 3 months. And as I said, we just got a resignation. And we started school short of 6 teachers.
Wow.
And we're not doing that badly because I still have schools that open September short of 14 teachers.
Wow.
So when I started, when we reopened the first Monday in September short of 6, we didn't got taps.
Yeah.
You understand? Because when the other schools in my publish up to 14 and 15, is that in a new school?
Yeah.
And the idea, ladies and gentlemen, is that don't take for granted these simple acts that you do right here. Don't take for granted when you come to events like these. You are helping students that you will never ever see in their life. They will never ever come to you and tell you thank you. But all of us, really and truly, ought to live our lives in service to others. And that's why I tell you, from the day I got to STATHS, you never needed a phrase for your motto. You have the 3 most powerful words ever designed in relation to education and service. Honor, diligence, service. You understand? Schools have sentences, paragraph, phrases. You understand? The 3 words you have. And like I said to you last year, our school motto, our school song was written by Father Sherlock, the man who wrote the national anthem. And he wrote our school song before he wrote Jamaica's national anthem. He was commissioned to write the national anthem of Jamaica, and he penned STATHS school song. And that's why I tell you, you put STATHS school song and the Jamaica national anthem, both of them are prayers. Yeah. Eternal Father, bless our land, or the STATHS school song we did. Father, bless our school and nation. We have long been blessed with these things. So I don't want you to think that when you don't get a thank you sometime from our students, right to the principal for most times, they don't want that. I mean, I have to really work on that still. That's my conscience. You know what I mean? I'm going to go on that for before people say people started. The president might wonder what. What we're ready to do is that what you do, don't just help one student, you help generations. And that's why I said earlier too, I think it was Ron, I said it earlier, a time now for me for even a chapter like this, we need those who graduated from STATHS in the 80s. 80s time people start to know now, you understand? 80s and 90s, we need those persons in our chapters. And we are the ones who they need to see the work that we do, so that they in turn can continue the work that we do. 20 years is a long time. William School started and I'm falling by the wayside there. Let me touch briefly on our academic performance. 2 sentences. We continue to struggle with math and science at STATHS, woefully below our performance. I don't want you to comfort yourself if you were to ask me, sir, is that a STATHS problem or a Jamaica problem? It's a Jamaica problem. Maths and science is a Jamaica problem. If in your country, here in America, is having problems with math, but we have to keep working hard and allowing our students how to apply math. As a technical school, we have to teach our students that math is involved in welding, auto mechanic, electrical. So that's the route that we're going. We started that route last year where we're saying for every subject in the school, teach math. Doing English language, teach math, English language. You understand? So they can now understand, they can now see and live math. And the second statement I'm going to make about our academic performance is this. our technical vocational subjects continue to do well in groups. And you know, after big up Neville, Neville's here, you never waited. Neville came to us with an idea. Neville waited, stand up, Neville. Neville came to us. Neville, stand up, man. Neville came to me with an idea. Neville said, Principal, do you think you can prepare students who know electronics, electrical, and auto mechanic? And I said, yeah, I think I can. But Neville, we are a quick report. We're in the first year of preparing our electrical students. And then next year we'll be the auto mechanic students.
Yeah.
When we finish, you can easily come to Jamaica and I can say, take this book of boys and then can fix anything that you want. Pushing it up. Because it's a technical school we are running, that's all. Technical school we are running. So when we did the survey, my students said that, boy, most of them want to go in a business. We said, not a rat. So, then I say that word. It's a technical school we are running, a technical business. You understand? But that was the mindset. And the last thing I'm going to say is this. If we were to talk about Mr. President, I have to address this point, and I'm going to ask you permission for me to say it, because last year I said it, and I'm going to say it verbatim. It is a growing but a disturbing trend that all you need to listen to and stop it. There are few among us, to say verbatim and read it, there are few among us who would appear to thrive on the spreading of false narrative and who would prefer to believe half-truths to the detriment of our beloved school. So let me make it clear. STATHS is my place of work and your alma mater. We have two distinct yet unique roles and experiences. It would be counterproductive, certainly for myself, for me as a professional and a human being, to deliberately and willfully tear down that which I am trying to do. And it would be counterproductive as a past student to create support and spread information that its only intention is to create chaos and destroy our school. I will not participate or encourage any behavior of that sort. Understand this. Learning comes from asking questions. If you do not know, what must you do? Ask a question. Don't make people make up something. Ask a question. Learning comes from asking questions. The projects that we're looking at this year, 500 members, we still have our recording studio to rebuild. We still want to renovate our auditorium, and we love for STATHS 65, 3 years from now, we get a bigger, fully renovated auditorium. We still have challenges with securing our school compound, so we love some security cameras all around our school. Things like radios, you know what I mean, and look good mile walkie-talkies, there are a few of those. We have to start, as an officer in charge of STATHS Cadet Unit, we're trying to start back our drum corps, but we're also trying to build back our back. 3 bass drum, 3 tenor drum, 3 side drum, and 3 new will cost about, in Jamaica, $2,000. In America, it's probably cheaper. Talk to the president, ship it down before December 1 and we'll be good. We have to, by the end of December, ensure that when you get proper videos of your students and your school, we have marched ring around the rosy, around the wall of Jericho, with 9 and 12 students meeting. If we don't bring back those days, it starts. We're going to kill our school spirit, yes? And so, all of these activities really are aimed at encouraging school spirit so that we can build our school from it. So, we were STATHS then. We are STATHS now. We remain STATHS forever. Honor, diligence, service. Thank you.
Can you all do me a favor? Can you just stand up, please, and just talk about speaking truth to power? I think Dr. Hibbert just did that. Would you agree? But while you're standing, I want to invite Doreen, our assistant treasurer, because that was such a passionate speech that I think the drum corps will get sought out and some other things with this thing. Come here, Miss Doreen. Take the mic, Miss Doreen. Go ahead.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Evening, Doreen.
It's a senior moment.
Yes,
I just want to say thank you to everybody who donated to the chicken and some program, the drum program. Everybody went into their pocket tonight, deep in their pocket. And we thank you. The total collection tonight is $1,350.
Picture over here. Come over here. Over here. What a photographer there. Come right. Yes. $1,350. Clap it up. Clap up yourself. That is who said, clap yourselves. Thank you for that. Thank you, Miss Doreen and Sharon. Thank you very much. Well, it's time for us to welcome our guest speaker. And I'm just gonna, his bio is in the journal, but I'm just gonna read a little something about him. Dr. Trevor Dixon is currently an attendant physician at Jacobi and North Central Bronx Health and Hospital Corporation of New York. He's a director of emergency ultrasound and assistant professor of emergency medicine at the Albert Einstein College of Medicine. He was born in Christiana, Manchester, Jamaica, and attended a school, and I think they misspelled it here. They say Zorn, or is it Zorn or Zion? It's Zorn, okay. Zorn, okay. Christiana Primary, we'll go with that. In 2007, he started his journey of giving back to Jamaica, where he held his first emergency ultrasound conference at the Kingston Public Hospital. You see, that came out of a foundation that he started. He founded Jamaicans Abroad, helping Jamaicans at home, the Jaja Foundation. They're a registered nonprofit here in New York, in New Jersey, and in Jamaica. And over the years, the organization has grown tremendously. I'm not going to tell you much more. I want you to read about it in the journal. But what I want you to do right now is just put your hands together and welcome Dr. Trevor Dixon, our esteemed guest speaker for the evening. Mr. DJ, please play the Mountain Islands now.
to say good evening, Mr. President, Vice President, board members, Dr. Hibbert, current principal of St. Andrew Technical High School, STATHS Alumni, STATHS family and friends, kind-hearted individuals who didn't go to STATHS but realized that we're all in this together. We are here tonight because the reality is many of these students barely have a roof over their heads and bread on their tables. The Mighty Diamonds is one of the greatest reggae groups to come out of Jamaica. And they are from around the same community where the school is located. So the students at STATHS walk the very path where Bonita Jamaica, Paddy Shaw, and Judge Diamond used to travel. Whether from Trenchtown, Greenwich Farm, Dedham Town, Jonestown, Tivoli Garden, so many communities around there that the school services. We are here tonight for a mutual purpose, and that is to assist this noble institution that serves so many communities in Kingston. I know some of you may be asking yourself, why did Anthony Mano Salman choose me, an emergency physician and the CEO of Gala Foundation, to give this keynote speech tonight? Well, you know, Mano made no mistake, and I'm passionate about what I'm passionate about. I can assure you, I'm no stranger to Mano. He knows me quite well. You know, I hadn't seen Mano for many years, since growing up in East Flatbush, Brooklyn. I saw him late last year. I went to Immaculate High School alumni, did a dance. They were honoring two people, Wilton Prentice Williams and myself. As it turned out, Mano knew both of us quite well. They were only honoring two people, and it was Wilton Prentice and myself. And Mano looked and they said, Dr. Trevor Dixon from Gala Foundation. And Mano said, yeah. The principal mentioned that sometimes when you give to a child, don't look back to the child and thank you because don't worry, because God knows me. I was an unassuming teenager from Utica Avenue, Brooklyn. I was not only a medical doctor, but one of the leading doctors in the emergency room down at Jacoby, which is just on the block from here out here tonight. Who can make that up, huh? It's interesting because I grew up in East Flatbush, in a neighborhood that had challenges with crime, drugs, and its economic struggles. Anybody who knows how Brooklyn was in 1985, 1986, know what it was like to live on Rutland Road, Utica Avenue, Lincoln Road, Flatbush Avenue. And that's where I grew up. So I understand. I'm here because I know that at 64 Spanish Town Road, there are challenges there too. I'm here tonight to do my part because I know some of the challenges these students face. And I know many of you can also relate to this. I'm here tonight to encourage you to support these children who will be the stars of tomorrow. I made something of myself, and they can do it too. Most of these students simply need a little motivation, someone to believe in them. Family support is key. And as the principal told you earlier, some of these don't have the family support that they need. I want to mention the principal, Dr. Hibbert, and all those dedicated teachers who travel along Spanish Town Road, Marcus Garvey Drive, to not only educate these teenagers, but to support them in so many ways. These teachers who are mentors, caregivers, and motivators. In addition to this emotional support, the school is in dire need for infrastructure improvement. This is why I have decided to support STATHS. because I know each of them have the potential to change the world in significant ways. And if we don't invest in them, we would have done them a serious injustice. I'm here tonight simply because most of Jamaica's greatest heroes and successful individuals did not come from private schools or the so-called elite schools. Many of these so-called elite schools are elite because of the financial support they receive from their alumni, and the so-called Old Boys Association. I stand here today to reassure you that STATHS will continue to achieve and produce champions because of investments that have been made by its Alumni Association. This alumni has been in existence for only 20 years. And because of your support, it continues to flourish. Folks, as you know, it takes a village. As a youngster, there were many persons who believed in me. These were not just family members, but persons from my community who supported my dream. One such person is a mutual friend of Mano and I, a gentleman by the name of Whitfield Henry, known as Whitty of Don Monday. Whitty knew that I loved music, but he also saw something much more in me. He believed that I could be more, and so he encouraged me. And here I am standing in front of you tonight, Dr. Trevor Dixon. As you can tell from my introduction, I still love music. I have achieved so much more because persons like Whitney believe in me. The existence of STATHS Alumni New York chapter represents a great sense of hope for many of these students. Being able to purchase a 22-seater school bus in this day and age with rising inflation, that's no simple feat. Let's give them a round of applause again for that bus. Believe me, I know firsthand how hard it was to get that bus to Jamaica, because we just bought an ambulance to Jamaica and it's still sitting on the wall trying to be cleared because of the fee they want to charge us for an ambulance that's going to be donated to charity. I know personally that this school bus wasn't easy. STATHS Alumni Organization is indeed a strong family made up of determined individuals who persevere despite the obstacles. It has proven to be an organization worthy of your support. We all come to the United States to make a better life for ourselves. We are Jamaicans. It is in our DNA to give back to Jamaica. I ask you to channel this energy into your alma mater and to support this alma mater if you didn't come to this school. The St. Andrew Technical High School alumni needs you so much more as they prepare to renovate the football field that was built over 60 years ago. It's amazing that despite the condition of the football field, in the past 5 years, the students on the football team have made it to the semifinals, the quarterfinals, and the finals, despite the struggles they have. This school is punching way above their weight class. As they say, they exemplify the motto that I call the motto of Jamaica, them little, but them power.
Yes.
Can you imagine what they will achieve when you provide a better field to play on? Right now there are Boys Town field playing because their field that was built 60 years ago needed renovation. I'm here tonight to ask you to reach deep into your pockets, deeper than you reached before for the chicken. Reach into your purses, ladies have a purse, right? Please get on your smartphone, so people don't carry money in purse no more. Go on your smartphone, click onto the Zelle, we have the information here, you can get the Zelle information, and we have Cash App. You I urge you to give generously because those students at 64 Spanish Town Road, Kingston, are not asking, but they are depending and counting on your support. Your donation will provide facilities for many students, better facilities for many students. They need an up-to-date auditorium and a principal going forward. The computer lab is equipped, but it needs to be more equipped with the latest technology. They need assistance with transportation to various events and repairs of the school itself. Yes, we bought a school bus, but the bus needs gas. And gas is expensive even in Jamaica. Your donation will provide a better roof over these students' heads and better food on the tables in the cafeteria. You heard the principal tell you they're the one tin back with. They're the one dirty gap. No. Okay. I can go on and on, but I think you understand what I'm saying here tonight. Yes, you paid. This is very important. Yes, you paid to come here tonight, but the donation for this ticket is minimal. I want to big up the caterers, Maestro Catering, beautiful food. You enjoy the food? I'm here to tell you, at the Gala Foundation, we do fundraisers. And I can tell you, you paid $150 for your ticket tonight, and you probably say that's expensive, right? I will tell you that 75% of that money you paid tonight goes to the caterers. 75% of that money goes to the caterers. Minimal funds is raised from each of these tickets that you hear tonight. I can tell you what I do fundraising. So it's very important for us to get to the goals that we need to get to tonight. Don't look at the price of the ticket because they're not making much money from that. Whether you do it today, tonight, you prefer, or when you go home, please make a donation on Zelle or Cash App if you have no means, or write a check to the alumni. We are counting on you for your support for these students in Jamaica. You know, sometimes I meet people and I say to them, please give back to Jamaica. You know they tell me? Jamaica, all right. Then they need your help. But too much is given. Much is expected. Before God and all mankind, I pledge the love and loyalty of my heart, the wisdom and courage of my mind, the strength and vigor of my body, in service of these students. Thank you. Please support St. Andrew Technical High School, Kingston, Jamaica. And please, tonight is about St. Andrew Technical High School. Please support them. And please, after tonight, and you've given all the funds to St. Andrew Technical, please remember Gala Foundation. We are available. If you don't know about Gala Foundation, you can find us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Please support the Gala Foundation. Thank you so much for your patience. One love, Gala Foundation.
It's time for me to invite our Northeast VP to come on up and give the vote of thanks. That means we're coming to the end of the program. The dancing is close. It's real close. Help me welcome the one and only Winston Cunningham to the podium, please.
Extraordinaire, humanitarian work. your continued support for our beloved alma mater. I want to acknowledge class of 66 reserve committee members. Class of 66, Horace Campbell, Alvin Jackson, Dr. Ron Eagleton, from the class of 74, Leroy Brown, Alton Lewis, Leo Bailey, and Karen Scoop. Class of 75, Porter Richards, Anthony Simon, Vernon Clark, Violet Clark, and Evelyn Gay. I also want to acknowledge 20 years of presidents, Porter Richards, Ron Hamilton, Dr. Ron Hamilton, Archie Roberts, Melanie, Forrest George, and Forrest Campbell. A special thank you to Marlene Shin of Shin Divine Decorations. Many of us are coming upon a milestone birthday, and she's done a wonderful job, and I urge you to support her and deserve. Thank you. I have a special recognition for Mrs. Cedric. He's one of the most reliable and consistent volunteers in this organization. From manning the grill at every fundraiser with his daughter Chantal Ito, as well as managing STATHS website. Ced is the MacGyver called solve all problems. He uses expertise, skill, and knowledge to lead many projects. He was a key person and very instrumental in us pursuing and getting the school bus. From working with our man on the ground in Jamaica, purchasing the bus, to designing the very intricate wrapping of the bus with the school colors, delivering the design to the company, and overseeing the wrapping of the bus. It also purchased material and supervised the upgrade of the school Wi-Fi system during the COVID period. He's the person who builds the shipping crates and manages the shipping for almost everything we ship to the school. He designs and builds the props and backdrops for our fundraising affairs. Let's give Ced a round of applause. Special recognition from Mr. Horace Campbell, Horace and Campbell. They're one of our biggest donors. Apart from, crossing his T's and nothing his I's twice, they're some of the biggest donors that they use their friends to give generously to the school. So, a round of applause for Horace. Special mention to Melanie Forrest George, apart from the fact that she took the mantle and ran the thing when during COVID, because she had an excellent run as president. She shows up early and leaves that every event, works hard. And I really wanna, she breathes that, it comes natural to her. So I wanna recognize Melanie Forrest George. Michael A. Williams brings reliable photography skills to every occasion. He can depend on him to capture all the moments that he wants to say. Raskin is not here today, but I want to recognize him for using his platform on Grooming Radio to promote his love and appreciation for his alma mater while providing complimentary airtime to promote STATHS events. He was recently honored with the Very Forest Award at Jamaica. Shirley Leslie is one of our most consistent volunteers. We can depend on her to show up whenever needed and to work hard. There are many works hard, and personally, along with Horace, pretty much provides 100% of fish that successful fish fry that we put on every year. So, in the end, most of the money that we look at is all profit because we have so many people who volunteer time as well as cash, time,